I'm Ruthie, she, they, and I play Sentinel, she, they.
I'm Will, he, him, and I play Moxie, she, her.
I'm Imi, she, her, and I play Amaya, also she, her.
I'm Steve, he, him. I play Aura, he, him.
I'm Sarah, she, her, and I play Freya, she, her.
Hi, I'm Mike, he, him, and I'm playing Eugene Ballantyne, he, him.
I'm Charlie, he, him, and I'm your DM.
I'll never get my dim back. Sorry.
You guys entered Cristamar. You walked around for a little while, exploring the place, and then pretty much went straight after that to the Devils Rattle, which is this mercenary bar in the desert. You met a strange Dragonborn that was asking Amaya lots of weird questions. You got a little bit drunk. I think most people are all right. It's just that
Great.
yeah, Moxie's doing really good. Eugene's a little bit tipsy.
How much of the bottle would you say I had?
If you've drunk a lot more than if you've drunk most, he had quite a lot. The Dragonborn had quite a lot.
Yeah, that's
Doranna had quite a lot. Yeah. Anyway, and just as Freya saw Korg, the orc from the unit, one of the deserters, Tin rushes in and starts making hand signals with her hands, of course. You guys are panicking. Amaya shouts
Anyone
about
got a fucking pen and paper?
pen and paper. And Freya comes over and immediately recognises the silent refrain language. And Tin is saying that Yakob, which is the other orc, the leader of the deserters from your unit, he was rooting through the skiff. He's accused them of killing Cade, and he's threatening them to out them as Duke's men. And he is on his way, and she's just got away. She said, I've just got away and I've just run here, and he's going to be here any moment.
Okay, I'm translating that as she's signing it.
Okay.
I flatten myself against the wall just inside the door, so if he bursts in, he probably wouldn't see me.
I'm going to turn...
Korg's in the other room.
I'm going to turn into Cade.
Okay.
Ooh.
Everyone, I think that the ruckus sort of... the people watch Aura, and then the moment that you turn into someone else, that gets a few eyes turning. And Cook and Clayton are there with you as well. They're like...
What's Captain?
Oh, sorry, they're all three of them.
Okay.
Yeah.
You always forget a skill.
I know, poor guy.
He's my best friend.
What's going on?
Oh, mate, you're really far behind. Yakko's back.
Oh, fuck.
Skill, they seem to think that I've been killed.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus.
Another one of those gods we've killed.
Yakob seems to believe that I've been killed, that you've all killed me.
You're way posher than I remember.
I can't remember how Cade sounded because I thought he was a prick.
Is this,
I'm doing an accurate Cade voice.
Is this like, really insulting? We just buried him. Ah, fuck it, he was a dickhead.
We're also saving our own ass. Also, we didn't bury me, I'm right here.
Oh yeah, and then
You did try and attack the captain as well.
Yeah, Tin's like saying
Yeah, let's go. We're going.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Where are you guys going?
Can I swipe
Following
the newspaper?
Can I swipe the newspaper as we go?
Did Aura grab it? So Aura's got it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
I'm following Tim.
Okay, she doesn't know where to go. She's in the bar with you. She's like he's coming here now.
Right, straight into the
Aura, where did you go
square, into the street, and then into the square,
Shopping.
looking for him.
Okay, so you walk out, and as you walk,
No, we run.
Okay,
we
you
run.
make your way outside
I'm staying by the door.
into the square. You're staying inside, are you?
Oh, I thought they were...
No, we just said we were running into the square.
Oh, okay, I'll follow them.
The moment you go outside, you see Yakob, and he's dragging Loite by the scruff of his...
Yakob, let him go!
Roll a performance check with advantage.
With advantage?
Yeah.
Oh, come on. Please don't fuck me. That's a 60. Thank God for that performance. 19.
Awesome. Okay.
Would have been a natural one.
He stops in his tracks for a moment, and Loite's like, huh? Like looks up at you like a bit shocked.
Like you seen a ghost, mayhaps.
Yeah. And he's like, You alright?
Yes, I'm fine.
While this is happening, I'm going to
what's
sneak
happening?
around the back of them.
Okay, they are in like a square, so you'll have to roll pretty high. Roll a stealth check.
Yeah, but I'm going to like skirt around the edge of the...
I mean, there isn't really anything for you
hoping
to hide.
he's distracted. No, I'm not necessarily hiding. I just want to shuffle
normal
around some
thing.
behind.
I'm gonna mirror
Okay.
him and to move the other way so that he can't watch both of us at the same time.
Okay,
What would
both
this
of you
be?
roll with a disadvantage because there's not really any cover whatsoever.
I'm just sort of.
If you're stealthing,
I'm not
yeah.
moving. Stealthing, I'm just moving sort of
Okay,
to spread out.
so you're moving to around the other side of him. You're moving the Devil's Rattle side of him because he's coming from the
Yeah.
north side.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
what am I rolling?
If you're trying to do it sneakily, roll a stealth check with disadvantage.
No, okay.
If you're trying to do it sneakily, if you're not, then don't roll.
Well, it's not necessarily... I just want to like walk around,
Okay,
but
yeah.
I'm not also going to like stomp it.
So yeah, okay. So he sees both of you.
We're just spreading
He sees both of you spreading out to either side, and
Okay.
he walks towards the Devil's Rattle. If you guys are standing in front of it, he walks towards you. He's going for the inside the Devil's Rattle.
Are you going inside? Fine, let him go inside. Okay. What is happening? Why have you got Loite?
He was looking for the papers, and then he like gets a hit around the head,
Which papers?
and then he stops. He looks around. He's like, "Tell you what, if you pay up, I won't out he was Duke's men. They'll know there are no papers on the boat, which means that Askeel's got them, haven't you?" And he looks over at Askeel.
Why do you want the papers?
Because these guys don't like... I forgot his accent. I don't like Duke's men here. And you lot have got the marks on your heads. He's got a bandage covering his. So you can pay up.
How is he holding Loite?
Just by the scruff of his jacket. He's kind of like... Loite's kind of like...
Do I know which papers he's asking for? Would I know what those would be?
Maybe not specifically, but it's likely that the captain will have papers sort of describing his position and, you know, like a writ of leadership.
Oh, like I have a writ of Gaspar.
Yes, basically, it'll be a similar thing. It's to say I'm on official business and I'm the captain.
Okay, well, why are you threatening me? Why are you we let you go. We let you carry on your business. Why are you threatening us now? I'm fine. He didn't do anything to... Do you think he could do anything to me?
The only reason I'm here is because this fucking arsehole took us out in the middle of nowhere. He's pointing at Askeel. So give me the papers, or I.
So Askeel made you sign up.
No, if I went into one of the normal fucking excursions, I'd be up to my eyeballs in gold right now. But I'm out here spending all of my money getting rid of this fucking thing because of him.
Well, frankly, Yakob, that seems like a you problem.
All right. And he walks in, dragging Loite.
I'm going to try and grab Loite off of him.
Okay.
I was going to try and prick him in the arm so he would let go of Loite
Prick him.
with the edge of my sword.
You're going to stab him.
No, I'm not going to stab him. I'm going to kind of go down with the edge of my sword.
Oh, I've
so
been
hopefully he goes
stabbed.
Ow! And then let's
So
go
you'll
with Loite.
already had your sword out. Would you still try and grab Loite if you saw her with her sword out?
No.
Okay. So roll an attack.
What am I adding?
I don't know.
Oh, my sword's +6. Sorry. 19.
That hits.
What does he let go?
I mean, I guess you're attacking non-lethally, right?
Yeah, I want to prick him so he gets a shock and he lets go of Loite.
I should make you roll with disadvantage because it's kind of a cool shot.
That's also a 13 again, so that's a 19.
Okay. So he takes 1 point of damage. And yeah, he lets go. He's like, oh! And Loite's free for a moment.
Loite, fucking run, you idiot!
He looks over you guys. Last chance. I'm going in and out in you, and they don't like Duke's men here.
Fine.
See,
I've got it.
Like
And I'm going to pull out the scroll
that we don't know what it is.
in the metal clasp.
Wait, the furniture scroll.
No, the one that we don't know what
The
it
one that we
is.
don't know what it is.
That we don't know he has.
Wait, is it just yours?
I've just got a scroll in metal clasp.
And that's an item that you just have.
Yeah, that we found at some point.
Okay, fine.
It's
Okay.
with
Oh,
the
okay.
liquid
For a minute, I thought it was an item I'd forgotten about, and that's fine. Okay. Roll a deception check.
Oh dear. That's 4 plus 6 total.
And he looks at you and he's like,
You wanted the papers.
I want gold.
How much?
I've got gold.
All of it.
I'll just pull out a handful of the gems, the 50 gold's worth of gems that I've got.
Okay, that catches his eye. Catches a few people's eyes who are around, because you guys are in the square. Alright, now we're talking. Let's do this inside nice then. I don't want any of this lot getting involved. He looks around at some of the people watching. And he rubs his arm, a bit of blood on the side.
Rub some lemon juice into it, I'll help it heal. And some salt. Trust me.
And a shot of tequila.
Okay, then let's go inside. And as he walks by, I want to slap a hand on his back.
Okay, so he's going to walk in. He's a bit wary.
And sort of, as he goes in and sort of the door swings behind all of us, I cast Shocking Grasp.
Okay.
In the pub.
Roll, I would first of all, you didn't roll great on your deception, so roll a performance check, just to sort of act the part, and then we'll see how that goes.
It's not good. It's 5.
Okay, so what order are you guys going in? Because Yakob's outside at the moment, or is nearby.
Have we got a turn to go in yet, though?
What are you guys doing? Yeah, it's up to you guys.
I am standing outside watching.
Yeah, we're just like, what?
With thingy with Tim.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just basically all crowding in the doorway, staring at what's happening, I think.
Okay, so he eyes you and he's like, are we going inside? Act all nice like? Make a deal? Or am I going to...
Fine, Cade, you win. No, it's not Cade, Yakob, sorry.
No, it's alright, I didn't mean to.
After you.
After you.
After you.
After you.
You guys walk in, and if you're gonna attack him, roll an attack.
21.
Hits.
Oh, yeah.
It hits.
21 is. Oh wait, hold on. Let me just check. Is he wearing any armor made of metal?
Let me check.
It'll be advantage if he.
No, he's wearing messy leathers.
Okay.
Okay, it
messy.
hits.
That is 3 points of lightning damage. He can't take reactions until the start of his next turn.
Okay, so the sort of the pat becomes more like a quick lunge in and a slap on the back, and there's a crackle of lightning, and he seizes for a brief moment, and falls to one knee, and looks up at you like blinking, and he looks a little bit stunned. What are you doing?
You're right there. What's that? You okay?
He stands up. And
You're rolling that in.
and he punches you in the face. He misses.
Amazing.
What's your AC?
16.
Yeah, no way. He swings at you and misses. Blind punch. He ends up lurching near Doranna, who's now looking round. He's like and squinting at you guys.
Well, take it easy. I'm just going to step back as if he's made the aggressive move.
I did nothing.
Okay.
I don't use no magic.
What's everyone else doing?
I'm just watching with my hand on my sword, like, what?
Okay. A few people file in from the other room. You can hear like the ding ding of bells. Something else inside.
Round one.
Fight! But then a few other people file in.
I'm gonna try and step back into the shadows a little bit because I feel a little uncomfortable now.
Okay.
I'm gonna. Can I? Right. What do I need? It's verbal. Can I use thaumaturgy? I want to start a bar fight. Is what I want to do. Is I want to cover all of this in bar fight.
Okay.
So what I want to use thaumaturgy to do is to I can have 3 different effects going, but I'd have to do like one every 6 seconds.
Yeah.
So I want to try and like knock someone's drink onto someone else, so it's kind of like they've thrown a drink at someone to like piss them off.
As in, can you do that with thaumaturgy?
I mean, it depends. I could like tremor the table and see like a violent.
So you tremor one of the tables in the nooks, and a big mug of ale. So it's already on the edge, and it just and splashes down onto this guy, and he's like, "Oh, what the fuck!"
And then another one goes off 6 seconds later. Then like, what the fuck you say about my mum?
He's a fucking
Okay, yeah. At this point, I'd say Yakob. We're not in initiative because he's confused. Okay, so someone else, the big group of guys, the big group of lads at the other side of the bar opposite Doranna looks around at the guy who just had beer dropped on him. They're like, "You fuck over here."
And then, you said there's loads of candles.
Mm-hmm.
How much light are the candles giving off?
It's similar to a light spell, so it's sort of lighting 30 feet.
So now, you said there were about 100 candles, right?
Yeah. Exactly.
One goes out.
Because you can cause flames, which is like, if you want me to only be able to turn some of them, I want to get all of the flames to dim so it gets dark.
That's fine, yeah.
So hopefully start causing some pandemonium.
Okay, for the whole, like, what would that be?
That would have been 18 seconds.
18 seconds. Roll an Arcana check.
Balls go flying.
Imagine if we start a bar fight now. This is
like Session 0, isn't it, Mike?
Do I cotton on to what Sentinel's doing?
She's standing with her hand out, focusing, and it's verbal.
Oh,
is it?
It's only verbal. I checked.
So you hear her, you see her muttering things then.
18.
Okay, so you hear her whispering, muttering to herself. You've just seen Yakob swing
What you said about my mum?
A drink splashes over a guy in the far left in one of the nooks, and then a murmuring starts coming from the guys opposite, and they look over at the guy with the drink all over him, and he's like, and one of them shouts, "Fuck off!" at him, and then the lights just dim from the on the chandelier for a moment.
Eugene, do you have any of those cool potions that you throw at the really wrong time? Because you could throw one of them at the really right time now.
I would love to have another one, but no, that's the only one.
I rolled real bad for these guys. So one of them stands up and points at the other guy who's got the drink all over him, and he's like, "Say it again over it to us." And the guy's like, "What? He called your mum a Kazel." You what? And then they're gonna start. They start. There's a bit of a ruckus going on now. Yes! They're not come to blows quite yet. And what's the rest of you guys doing? You just at the entrance?
We just leave.
Can I Sacred Flame the middle of that group?
Okay.
Bring out the
I also
big
have
ones.
stage 2 of shenanigans when we're ready.
Okay.
Let everyone else have a go
Behind my
first.
back.
Okay, so I guess sleight of hand for the casting. Mm-hmm. And then it will go off.
Good.
So, is it verbal or is it just somatic?
Let me check.
If so, I'll make you just do a general
I've
stealth.
got one thing after that. This is after briefly.
So just do a stealth check then.
This is I've always wanted.
Because there's a big group.
Fight.
There's a big group of you guys, so you could potentially hide behind someone.
I'm standing kind of up against a wall. Is there anything that is either like a small stool or something on the table that I could throw in a direction that it looks like it's come from one of the other groups?
There's some mugs. You could take up a mug, or there's the bottle that Eugene left on the table.
Can I stealthily try and pick up 2 of the mugs and kind of go like throw them different directions at the same time and then stand there and be like...
You can throw one at a time.
Okay, but like in succession, so 1-1.
Yeah, that's absolutely no problem.
Okay, cool.
So roll an attack with your dexterity modifier.
Cool.
13 to start.
Okay. Let me just get a general passive. Oops. Well, actually, these guys are pretty alert now, so I'm going to roll perception for them. Just in general groups. Wow, that's bad.
Yes!
Okay. So there's in the middle of when it just starts getting busy and the big group of guys opposite Doranna, the other side of the bar, one of them moves over and he starts yelling like, "You call my mum a Kazel, you fucking arsehole!" And then there's this little there's a little crackle and over in the middle of the group for a brief moment. And yeah, there's like 5 of them. So what's the damage?
Oh God. Well, I don't think I can do it to more than one.
That's a lot of dead holders.
I do it to whoever's in the middle.
Okay,
no,
so
the angriest looking one.
Okay, there's a guy in the middle who's like seething. He's like, it's his best mate who's just been his mum's been.
And he's got mum tattooed on his arm.
He auto fails the deck save. He's not paying attention.
Cool. Okay.
And I rolled a 1, so.
Tried to get it away about the what?
6 damage.
I wouldn't kill
This guy
him.
down.
Oh
like,
no!
So and he just
That's
goes,
good.
and just falls on the floor.
That's good. Hey, that'll start a fight. But he was the angriest one.
Yeah, and that brings the attention of all the other guys, and they're like, and the guy who's yelling turns on, he's like, what's he? Oh no. Where's my notes gone?
Charlie, come on.
He's like, Newman! And he runs back. He's like, is he alright? And then the other guy who you're shouting at runs over and he's like, don't turn your back on me, you dickhead! And they're probably going at each other. And then what did you get for your attacks?
10.
For both?
Oh, I haven't rolled the other one. Oh no!
Yes! We're gonna kill another one.
Yeah, so you chuck a 10 at the crowd, it hits someone in the head, and they're like, what the fuck? Some guy at the back now gets involved as well. And then the natural 20 goes at the guy who, the now drenched guy who's standing up shouting, it goes at his mate who he was in the nook with, and it just conks him straight on the head. So roll a d4, and...
I can't wait for the music over
Okay,
this,
so
but it's gonna be like.
Yeah, so
Wait, no, natural 20. Don't you take the 4?
Oh shit! Yeah, he down. So you fucking hurl. So you get the weight of the first friend are down. You get the weight of the first throw, and you clock the guy in the head in the crowd. And then the guy, he just sat there. He's like, no, he's not. He's just there, like, Tom, just leave it, mate. And then this fucking mug comes sailing across the room, smashes to smithereens over his head, and he's just out. And he's just out like a light on the table.
And Maya sees this and just kind of tries to blend into the. I was just trying to get the other side to think.
Yeah, please.
I don't want to kill someone.
We don't want to kill these guys.
I don't think you can non-lethal with a spell though.
What type of damage
did you
is it?
kill a guy? Did you kill a dude?
What type of damage
Radiant.
is it? Yeah, I think you can non-lethal
physical. Yeah. So it's fucking chaos. All right.
You're supposed to be the good one. This is my fault.
I feel pretty bad about it.
At this point, you see someone step at the base of the stairs to your left, where it goes up to the rooms. He's a male tiefling, very dark red skin. He's about 5'11". He's got this dark green tail jacket and a frilly collared shirt.
Is he the guy from the Devil Rattle side?
Yeah, his shirt's like unbuttoned halfway down to reveal this lithe, muscular frame. One of his horns has been shattered.
Did Amaya throw another mug?
This is he just sort of watches the mug soar across the room and smash over this guy's head. And he's like, well, isn't this interesting? And with that, the guys who are at the bar like immediately shut up and look at it, and it seems to stop all of the ruckus. Even the people who are watching the fight in the other room are now looking around from the archway.
Oh, fuck.
And Doranna's there, like, you can hear him as it gets quiet, you can hear him going...
Can I sidle over and like spare the dying, the dude I knocked out?
They're the other side of the bar, so
okay, well,
you could...
I will really slowly like go through the people.
I mean, they didn't see you cast it, so you would know that.
Okay.
So
just leave him.
Okay, so you run over and you cast Spare the Die on him.
He's already dead.
He's just absolutely out. He's soaked in booze. He just stinks. And he's like, oh!
What the hell happened?
And they're all like, Lumen, are you alright, mate? What happened?
What happened?
And they're like, thank you, miss. Genius, bless you.
And you imagine.
Jesus Christ.
You just
Didn't even heal him.
Then took all the credit.
And still the cleric doesn't heal.
Nah.
Well, you know in Anchorman, the bit where Brick kills someone in the fight, and like, Brick, you just killed him.
I'm a trident.
When it's quiet and Freya runs over and is helping the guy, Yakob takes he's gathered himself after
we didn't kill Yakob.
and he walks into the dead center of the room and he points at you guys at the door and he's like, this lot here are Duke's men and they abandoned us in the desert. Look at them. And the guy at the bottom of the stairs sort of balks at him a little bit, takes a swig from a mug.
I mean, that's not what happened at all, is it, Yakob?
Well, Yakob, let's just say there's a reason that you have a fucking bandage on your head, and also you wanted to leave.
You left of your own accord.
So, jog on.
Yakob doesn't. He's not looking at you. He's just a dead set on the guy at the bottom of the stairs.
Can I? Freya's on the other side of the room. The rest of us all by the door, aren't we?
Yes.
Can I message Freya and say, "Get ready, we're gonna go. We need to go."
Okay.
And just as she's far away,
the tiefling at the bottom of the stairs sort of chuckles. He's like, I tell you what, I am intrigued to say the least. It's been a while since magic has been thrown around in my bar. In my town. He looks at you lot.
This is a very lovely town you have here.
Thank you.
So
As you guys, he walks into the middle of the room to the bar. Denny, would you top me up? Puts he's got a glass tumbler. Denny fills it up with something. Who is your owner? He points at his forehead.
Nobody owns me.
I'm afraid they do, dear.
Ew.
The mark on your forehead is quite clear.
What mark on my forehead?
Charming. Please.
Nothing on me.
Stop.
That is true.
Yes, sorry, I didn't see you there.
He's not with us.
I think it was Fabian that I was thinking of.
By association.
Oh, the guy in... you're talking about the guy in Dustmere?
Yeah.
No, he looks different.
Have a resemblance to anyone that we would know.
You recognise him as the Devil of Cristamar. So this guy is someone that you'd be not familiar with, but you know of. You would know him as a mob boss.
Oh no.
Fucking hell, we've gone. This is a mobster.
Please, come in, take a seat, and stop hanging by the door. I understand you've got rooms. I already checked the ledger.
Can you promise that you're not going to bash our heads in with like a bat this evening?
I wouldn't do anything that ghastly.
Okay, can you not murder
Please,
us,
let's not insult our host.
Oh, I just read a thing somewhere about...
And he sidles up the sentinel.
I'm still
Oh, damn it. He doesn't sidle up the sentinel, but he has got eyes on Moxie.
I do kind of now want to drop this and find out what was going to happen.
But he's got eyes on Moxie, but he doesn't say anything. He's just sort of eyeing you up and down a little bit.
Oh no! Right, if he's eyeing up Moxie, then I probably would drop it.
Okay.
I don't care at this point.
He blinks and he's like, and he says what I just said. He says, "Well, hello."
Hi.
I didn't realise they were recruiting
She's such a cutie.
People of such calibre. Yes, hello. What an adorable cat you've got.
Oh yes, it's Ansel.
Bends down and strokes him.
Get Ansel to perform.
But it's important you tell me who owns you.
1 second.
How long do I have on my disguise?
I'd say you're at the ends of it at this point.
Does it just start to like slightly melt away?
Aura says Gaspar.
Who?
Aura said Gaspar.
Oh.
Cool.
Because I just said, hold on a second.
Okay, I'll let you guys decide. If you audibly said hold on, would you
No, I was saying it like I was asking Will a question out of character, so it's fine.
Okay. Well, now isn't that interesting?
Not really.
And Yakob, is it? I understand you've been making a name for yourself the last day or two. And they start, and Yakob's like, look, they're Duke's men, sir. Well, yes, we're having a conversation about that. I'm sorry. And you can see he's very nervous. He's just standing in the middle of the room. He doesn't know quite how to react.
Gaspar had a request of yourself. He requested an audience. They were supposed to deliver this message, but I take it they have not.
My. An audience with Gaspar. What on earth did he want with me?
He was vague on details, but he thought you might have information into something he was looking for, and he was...
Quickly roll a persuasion check before you carry on, because I forgot to ask.
Go on. You got this.
You can do it. I would tell
Has Freya got anywhere near me now?
I don't know.
Nope.
Other side of the room.
Good luck.
So just you put a thumbs up from the other side.
21.
Nice.
You see a moment of intrigue. Please do tell. I am interested in Gaspar.
Perhaps this is not conversation for...
The public.
Or the pub, as it's also known.
I see you want
As
to
we
pry
know,
it
we
all.
already have our own rooms, rather than if you prefer somewhere more neutral.
Roll a persuasion check. With advantage.
Yeah.
I'm not really trying to persuade him. I'm just saying, do you want to get out of here? But I'm not suggesting that we want to get into
Hey,
your
dude,
office.
He needs
Do you want to come up to my
No,
bedroom?
that's fair. I'm just trying to give you some context as to what I was
Does my
trying to
background help as we're not...
Oh, with your
threatening him?
allies? Yeah, you're
As we're not...
technically not.
As we're not...
Isn't it a call to arms, though?
no,
19,
it's sort
by
of
the
they're
way.
more likely to...
They're more likely to be friendly with you.
Yeah, let me just...
If you grab the
find it.
details, I'll speak to Sentinel. Okay. I will say that, and he as he walks back towards the middle of the room, he's like, he looks at Yakob, he's like, go away.
See ya.
I like slap a bite hand down.
And at this point, Yuri, you've noticed as well, he's at the entrance and he's just watching from afar. He's looking over at Tin and Loite.
Fucking Loite, man.
As we like, if we are going upstairs,
He paces for a moment and he says, I am afraid I'll need a little more convincing than... I'm happy to talk here, but I'll not be taking you into my own space, not with marks on your head. I'm afraid most people won't deal with you with marks on your head.
oh, it's just in our rooms.
You can come up to our bedrooms.
Okay.
Because that's what I said.
Yeah, okay.
Even I got that.
He turns around, he's like, Kit, and you see this massive, this broad tiefling with grey, like grey-red skin and like a massive neck beard. He's just fucking huge. And he just walks out from the side of the bar. He's been in the kitchen, he's got an apron on, and he's like, just takes it off. He's
I see that.
Yeah.
Do you work in the kitchen?
He doesn't. He just looks at you for a moment. And then he walks over to the devil. Okay. And he points up the stairs and starts walking.
I'm gonna be like because Tin doesn't have a mark.
Neither of them do.
No, they don't. And I'm also gonna like push Loite with them. I'm like, back to the ship. you guys go, because they no quarrels with those two, because they don't have fucking marks on the head, and Blight is.
Okay.
Loite, yeah.
Light's irrelevant.
As they leave, you catch Tin, Freya, and she signs something to you which says, "Watch Enton," and then she leaves.
Doesn't surprise me.
As we're walking up the stairs, I would like to, the chefy person, ask him if there are any...
Kit, the guy who, he's just like a massive bodyguard with an apron.
Do you have any like local spices or herbs or flavourings that you use in your food here that are local to this area and region?
What?
Like, when you cook, do you add any... Or just basically keep...
I'm on duty.
Yeah, and I'll ask you questions about what you do.
He ignores you.
I'm just going to keep asking him as we walk up. Carry on.
He goes, all right, when you're walking, he's like, I just chop and stuff.
Well, I can teach you some things then if you want. You can then charge more for your food.
You guys
Why is like personal mission just to make everyone better at cooking? Yes.
What are you guys going upstairs with him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I've already gone apparently.
You left.
The Denny the barman follows with the keys. He follows you. He doesn't give him anything. He's sort of on high alert. He follows you upstairs, and when you get there, the devil's just sort of standing outside one of the rooms. And then he opens it for him. It's quite small. It's only for 4 people. And he just goes and sits down on one of the beds.
I've got the background whenever.
Yeah, so I've already taken that into consideration.
No, I've just got the description.
Oh, okay, go for it, yeah.
Those who look into your eyes can see you face unimaginable horror and that you are no stranger to darkness. Though they might fear you, commoners will extend you every courtesy and do their utmost to help you. Unless you've shown yourself to be a danger to them, they will even take up arms to fight alongside you should you find yourself facing an enemy alone.
I think because I think because he's not a commoner, he won't have such an extreme reaction, but it definitely helped. And you've convinced him to get up into the room with you guys, and Kit's standing right next to him, this massive tiefling.
And now we stab him. No, I'm joking.
Okay, so you're all squished. You're all squished into this room.
And I've turned back to myself now, I take it.
Oh, it's a pleasure for you to join us, Master Gnome.
Master Gnome.
Was I convincing?
Yes, I would say so.
Oh, thank you. I don't particularly do that spell very often, so...
We don't see many magic users around here, so it's quite a pleasure to see such talent in such a concentrated group.
I don't think you've ever seen a magic user quite like me, but...
Well, aren't you interesting?
Yes. I put sweet in my mouth.
And saying that, he pulls out a lollipop as well, and he's sucking on a lollipop. He's...
Lollipop. I'm going to get you down.
Sherbet?
Do you actually offer him sherbet?
Yes.
He dips.
Does he double dip?
He's a bit wet, but he goes for one big scoop.
It's actually catapult.
Hear yourself.
Huh?
He's a bit wet.
Kit, if you can stand by the door, and Kit's takes up.
Can you cough for me? Cough.
Are you talking to the devil?
Yeah. Cough.
Where is your hand right now?
No, if you cough, it will breathe out. It'll be cool.
You poisoned me.
No, this is his thing when he says that you've not seen anyone do magic like him. Here, and I'm gonna do it as well.
Yeah.
This definitely needs a drug warning on it.
I'm gonna get it right in the gums.
So that's
the stuff.
So I'll do it as well as a show of good faith.
What happens?
Like a puff of green smoke that sort of glitters and.
Oh right, he's sprays over his hand the glittery smoke.
Smells of apple.
Oh, how interesting. Anyway, you have ruined the inside of my bar for the evening.
We didn't do anything.
We had nothing. We had no involvement in that bar fight.
Oh, please. Tell me what your Gaspar has to tell me, or I'm... Well, let's see if I'm interested.
it could make you wealthy. Wealthier than you are now.
Well, what makes you think I want money?
You could expand your reach. I think there's more to your businesses.
You know little of my business.
Oh, you'd be surprised.
Please tell me what Gaspar has to say to me. I must know.
There was an opportunity in Dustmere to expand your reach beyond here.
That is
You
true.
obviously help those who wish to escape the hunt. And your means seem more brutal than is necessary.
Dustmere territory is owned by the Syndicate. They are undergoing some terrible times right now. But
Yes,
You act like we don't know anything
The
about
VFAC.
the Syndicate.
the V family are very upset.
oh, quite. I see you, and he sees you holding the paper. This is old news. I do not wish to go into the territories of Dustmere. I'm comfortable with my separation from anything to do with the V family. In fact, they've recently stopped trading at Port Flotsam, which is quite a relief.
I see my work with my friend at one of their establishments may have had more of an effect than we imagined.
Speak plainly.
Myself and my friend were deliberately not mentioning who. We were involved in an altercation. Was it the where was it?
You're looking for the bar name.
Yeah,
Smuggler's Gleam.
yeah, it is written on here. I couldn't see it.
He laughs at you. You are meaning to tell me that you stand there with a paper telling of the incidents at the Smuggler's Gleam, and you expect me to believe that you were there? Please, you've read the paper.
Oh, this is
He takes it off you, opens it to page. Oh God, where is it?
I actually want to see what they say because
Sorry, I should have had it.
While this is happening, I'm going to sidle myself around
it just starts
to stand
sprinkling
next
spice.
to Kit. I'm just like, psst, psst. Is it Kit? I promise you I'll leave you alone if you tell me what's in your food, like spices wise,
Yeah, she's
and where you get them.
all right, I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, thank you.
So this is actually on the front page. No, it's not.
Let me look for the page.
How long did I have looking through the paper?
You may have caught the main headline.
Yeah.
The main headline on the front page is Debile's family returns to Dustmere on Diavicho invitation. Obviously, Diavicho is Gaspar Diavicho. Debile's is the Duke that owns Dustmere. It's the Duke of Dustmere. And in a small section on the front, the devil snatches the paper from me and points at it, and the headline says, Arch Alchemist supports missing alchemists in tavern murders.
Yes.
Please, you're playing games with me.
You see, their games were quite rigged against us, and my friend happened to point this out, and him and some of his
I'm just pulling out my alchemy sigil right now.
were
You're taking it
attacked.
out. Okay.
I just
Myself and him managed to escape with another friend of mine. That was when we were recruited into the hunt.
And when was...
Does that paper say how many people are missing, guild-wise? There were 2 of us.
You're telling me you haven't read the paper. You're telling me that this is all
We've only
true.
just arrived chasing that ragtag bunch downstairs.
Ask at the bar. They'll tell you what time we arrived.
And how many people that may have read the paper today would also have one of these, like, showed a sigil?
The paper's 2 weeks old, but it arrived a few days ago.
Yes, but surely you think it's a bit of a coincidence that I have one of these and my robes.
And also, we're on at the dock. What's the Windsong? You'll see what time we arrived and what time we arrived at the bar. We wouldn't have been able to pick up the paper.
Well, maybe I believe you. Why are you here? If I'm to believe you two who say you're involved in these these alchemy murders, why?
Murders? Who got killed?
He holds the paper out to you then and he points at the section. And do you want me to read it out to you?
You can summarise, yeah.
So it basically says that it's not in the Smuggler's Gleam in the Grand, which is in the Zaithwaite district. For those of you who know Dustmere. The incident was said to have started when the dealers were caught cheating. They caused the guild alchemists to attack them with knives laced with deadly poison. There were an unknown number of Zaithwaite deaths. At least 3 alchemists were killed, and 2 remain missing and unknown locations.
Are there any Are they all unnamed Zaithwaites?
They don't say the names of the Zaithwaites, yeah.
When did that happen?
Night before.
The nuts.
Well, you tell.
Well, no,
you asking me?
Yeah.
So you guys have been out here for about a month.
Would it have been the night that we were off with Kaz?
That's a very good question. Okay, quick roundup because it was ages ago.
Because we pulled that heist the night.
It would have been the same night.
Okay, fine.
Okay, let's say that I believe you.
Well, how many alchemists come through here?
No, you are. That's a very good point.
This is terrifying. I'm only here because of a mad coincidence. I don't know what I'm doing here. I don't belong here. I'm not a mercenary or a gun for hire or what have you. I'm an alchemist.
Oh, well, I'm surprised. You guys have seen like a complete change in his demeanor now. He's almost excitable. Look, come with me quickly. Well, I'll show you. This place is awful. I own it, but honestly, these rooms are awful. Come with me, Kit. Go and open up the back route through to the, And he's like, what? Through to my chambers. Like, okay. And he runs off, and he takes you. If you guys follow, he's just going to walk. But it's up to you guys what you do.
Yeah, I follow, and I'm like.
Oh, well, you follow Kit. Kit's gone to get some keys. So you follow him?
Yeah, so I follow him.
Okay. So Kit goes off down the...
I did tell him I'd leave him alone after he told me where I can buy the spices that he uses in his thing.
I'll say he gave it back to... So he was talking to Aura and Eugene, so he's given it to one of them. Which
you probably gave it to Eugene. Or if you gave it to me, I would have passed it to Eugene.
Yeah, he's probably given it. So Eugene has it then.
As we're walking, I'd probably pull Moxie to the back of the group. Like, we need to work out how to get messages back as soon as we fucking can. This is wild. This is insane.
If he's leading the way, I'm just gonna cast a message to Sentinel.
She's gone down the stairs with Kit.
Sentinel.
Oh, sorry, Sentinel.
I'm just gonna say, I hope we can work out a good plan here.
Can I flick through the paper while we're walking?
Sure.
Just at
We
headlines?
have
Okay.
an offering that we can give them.
Is that your reply?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, so Amaya, you follow Kit. He seems a little bit irritated. Look, I'm still on fucking duty. And he grabs some keys off of Denny and he quickly hurries up the stairs the way that you came.
Yeah.
You guys follow the devil and he takes you down a winding set of corridors through a couple of different wooden doors, and then the corridor gets narrower and narrower in this carved bit of rock, and you're flicking through the paper, Freya. Mm-hmm. So you see the front page is about Duke de Biles returning to Dustmere. And let me know. I'll read out the main sections to let me know if you want to drill down on anything. Then there's the larger piece at the bottom of the front page on the Arch Alchemists, supporting the missing alchemists and the tavern murders. There's about there's detail on the problems. Oh, and there's another section called Trouble in the Land of Delanta, and a small section. Oh, and then there's a small section, and there's a small section in the back that says analysts to be removed from Central Records, Sahira.
This paper's great. This is the best paper ever. Gossip
There's a lot of stuff there. That last bit's intriguing.
So all because of a book. I still haven't got.
Yeah, so Kit arrives, he unlocks a door, there's another door behind it, he unlocks that one as well, and then there's one more lock, and the devil himself pulls out a key, opens the door.
Nice.
And you walk into it's like a sackcloth like a curtain. He pushes it aside, and you see it's basically like a smoking room. There's a plush carpet, there's fine chairs and sofas made of gilded wood. There's a large lead-lined window that's set really deep in the rock and looks out over the crags of Cristamar. It's pitch black out there now, but the desert is beautiful in the night. You'd recognise it. You've spent nights under the stars. And on the wall opposite the window is a huge chalkboard that's covered in sketches of strange patterns, messy notes, spits of string pinned here and there. And
Holy shit! Is it a conspiracy board?
Yeah, it's a conspiracy board.
Yes!
And
Gift of Charlie.
And Kit closes the door behind you. He's like, Kit, leave us. This is fine. I'm safe. And he picks up a small bell on the side and jingles it and puts it down. What? And Kit nods and leaves.
What's on the conspiracy board?
A conspiracy?
No, I mean, no.
I was like,
I want to look at it. What's on it? Oh my god, what's on your conspiracy? Do you want to see mine? Just see if it matches.
Okay, so do you go up to it and investigate it, or are you just going to have a look at it from wherever you are? He sits on one of the sofas in the centre of the room.
I'm going to kind of indicate I want to go and look at it and see what he says. Yeah, see if he's like, yeah, go ahead. I'm not trying to persuade him, I'm asking.
Oh yeah, okay. He's like, yes, please, but I would like to speak. Sure.
Oh yeah, sure. Crack on.
So yeah, those of you two are going over to investigate it, right? Yeah. Okay, roll an investigation check. Just to obviously you're not spending 10 minutes there.
Damn it! Is there a window?
Yes, huge window. Yeah.
I want to look at the window.
Yeah. So
I hope you did better.
You're looking out over the west. You're looking out over the west of the Cristamar. So it's a big sloping crack. You can see the top of the slope that goes down into the dunes, and then it's just desert and dunes and stars and the mauve of Gaish over the desert. It is beautiful.
Enton wasn't in the pub, was he, downstairs?
No.
Have we got Drummond with us?
Yeah.
Okay. And the other two?
Yes. And actually, I tell you what, there's quite a lot of people. Drummond's with you, but Clayton and Cook dropped off. Yeah. And they sort of stayed in the bar.
Okay.
So on the board, what did you guys get, sorry?
23.
Nice. 10. Okay. So with the 10, you see a sketch on the board in chalk. And it looks like it's a copy of a much smaller piece. It's on a bit of paper pinned to the side of the wall. It's a strange grey humanoid creature with 4 arms and black horns reaching forward from the back of its head. It looks like...
creepy lady.
Yes, it does look a little bit like that. Kind of like Morag. With a 23, you see that. You quickly glance over some of the notes. There's we're covering a lot of ground on this board, kind of thing. It's like it speaks of someone who's 100% a conspiracy theorist. Yes. He's joining dots that don't exist, kind of thing.
Does he now pull on tinfoil hat?
Yeah. So one thing that you notice with a 23 is he mentions quite a lot about Verdayans, which is Verdajans. And most of you would know, Eugene, you would know that was one of the nations that split from the Basilman Elves, which are the founders of the Empire, and then they split into the Isildians and the Verdayans. And the Verdayans were like, during that Isildian war, they were wiped out by a strange plague that's called the Void Blight. And no one knows what caused it. People think it was a sort of magical conspiracy, or that they were experimenting with things they shouldn't. He's
anything to do with the Verdant Range?
No, it's not.
Cool.
Verdayans, Verdajans. And yeah, he talks a lot about that, and he's got lots of theories about what caused the Void Blight, and lots of question marks over Void Blight, Edge, coil stones, just nuts stuff everywhere. Where were we? Oh God, where have I gone?
Do I see any of the edge bits?
I would say not from a distance. There's lots of scribbles, but so he takes a swig and then sort of puts the lollipop back in his mouth.
My man.
Right. I need you to be honest with me. Do you trust Gaspar?
No.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay. Well, that was easy. Well, I'll be honest with you. He's like wriggling, looking over at the board. He kind of he looks over at you as
he wants to talk about it.
Yeah, and he looks over at the guys who investigated, and he's like, "What do you think?" You know?
I love you. Don't say that. It's me.
So, what's your hypothesis on the Void Blight?
Oh well.
You have lots of question marks there, but you must have some main theory.
Well, yes. If I'm being honest, my theories have changed over the years. I don't know what caused it. God knows. God knows what caused it. But I think that it is... I thought it was similar to the Edge for a time. I'll put it that way. But in my research and in my communications, I've come to learn that it is fundamentally different. The unfathomable Edge I know little about, but the Void Blight it's magic. It's the breaking of laws. But anyway, I digress. The back to Gaspar. I think he is working with an organisation that wishes to corrupt the world in the same way that the Empire killed every last one of the Verdayans with the Void Blight.
You spoke of the Edge. You've researched it?
Well, a little, only as much as the Void Blight and its similarities, which there are none, unfortunately.
Which organisation?
Oh, I don't know. But I know a rich man's plot when I see one, and he's gathering coil stones. I've seen them in Port Flotsam. We hear from reports from pirates in the Zarzotic Isles, like our good friend downstairs.
What would you say if I told you he is not gathering coil stones?
I would say you're lying. I know he is. Well, what do you think he's gathering then?
I'm doing this in Freya's shaking her head.
Do you know something? What are you out here for? You're not normal hunter-scavengers.
We were out for a special coil stone, but we never found it.
Well, isn't that interesting? What way was it special? You didn't find it?
We didn't find it. We were just led by our captain. Is our captain in here?
Yeah, Skill's there.
By our captain. We were given very little information, very highly secretive mission, so we were only given a slight part of the story. It's a special coil stone. We never found it. That's why we've come back.
Right, he stands up, wipes his hand off. He's like, "The captain, I apologise. You don't look like a captain." And he shakes his hand, and Eskil's like, "Yep."
That's my boy.
And then the Devils like takes his hand away and wipes it again.
That's fucking fair.
Well, I I must admit, this is a stroke of luck. I've never been this close to anyone with such close association to Gaspar, but he's trying to kill us all.
I don't doubt that.
Yeah. Any other dukes involved?
Oh, I imagine so. Probably all of them.
Any of the syndicate families involved?
I haven't had any dealings with them for a while. I miss them, in a strange way, but anyway, all ponderings of a better time. It's all death now, you see, with this.
Fascinating, though, in some respects.
Well, yes. Anyway, I must admit I didn't expect to meet such people as you, and I will have a job for you, if you would take it.
Sure. Mm-hmm.
What? Tell us about this job.
Okay, well, I mean, I wouldn't expect you to come all the way back out here, but I believe that your Duke is in league with evil, and therefore, when you meet him, simply tell me what he says.
Obviously, you will be aware of our debt, and I'll gesture to the mark. We need a way to pay this, to get into his good graces, get close maybe.
I see, so you haven't found anything of value.
As we said, we didn't find what he was looking for. I don't think there is anything of which he's looking for.
Okay.
I think it was a wild goose chase.
Well,
We need an offering. You say he's gathering coil stones.
oh, I know he is. I've seen the boats myself.
Have you seen the coil stones?
No, but I hear reports. Doranna himself tells me things. Awful things I shall not speak of.
Which boats? Are there any ones in particular?
You'd have to speak to Doranna, but it is not the only. It is not the only person of my sources. I know that he is gathering coil stones, and not in a way that you would give to the lapidarists, and they're like the gem cutters. This is not investment. This is not vaulted away. These are being transported and gathered together, which is absolutely not what you do with coil stones.
No.
If you wish to learn more about that, then speak to Doranna yourselves. He knows far more than I, and I would not wish to talk about it. But my offer to you is, if you would like gold, I can give you gold, or perhaps a simple favour, a thief's favour of mine.
By that, does he mean like a favour, like a sneaky favour from him, or has he got a favour from somebody else that he can offer? You
would probably know it as like, it's an old school kind of IOU.
Okay.
But it's very... the sort of more well placed the person, the more valuable that favour is. Or gold, whichever you prefer. Simply, when you meet him, tell me what he says.
I do have a very simple request on the side, I'm sure. I hope you wouldn't mind me asking.
Please speak.
A copy of a book.
I'm sure.
Give the man his book.
Is it a rare book of value?
No, just a common one. My fiance's favourite.
Oh, how sweet.
The Angler Moonlight. I think I said it was. I've forgotten.
Wonderful.
The Angler's Moonlight.
I've never been one for monogamy myself, but I do respect those who apply their lives to it. We can arrange that.
Would you have a way of, say, sending messages from here to Dustmere, from Dustmere to here, just to make it easier to contact you, or so that we could maybe make some arrangements in Dustmere for our arrival?
I apologise, I should have been clear. and he opens a drawer. He walks up to the drink stand, opens a drawer, and he takes out a small. It's a small stick about 5 inches long, and it's got some scrawling on it.
I know.
You know what this is. This is a sending stick. So when you break it, you can send a message to someone, and that expends the item. And he gives you one of those, so that you can tell me what he says. In fact, you might need a couple, and then he hands you another one. But please, I trust you will tell me.
Of course.
As much as my favour is worth a lot, you can understand how. Well,
you have my word. As someone who's researched it like yourself, an edge watcher can give a word.
An edge watcher? My. Aren't you wrapped up in all sorts of nonsense?
You wouldn't believe half of it.
I'm not sure you'd be able to trust my word.
Intriguing.
I'll give you my word, but only if a chef tells me what he does.
I see. A chef.
No, Kit, dude.
Oh my goodness, Kit is not a chef.
He was wearing an apron.
Oh yes, he's filthy. He was preparing God knows what. It's awful, that stuff. I usually just... Well, my own livelihood is not your business, is it?
Well, no, but I would like to... I just want to learn about the cuisine of your town.
Oh my... It is just whatever we can find. A hauler pulled in the remains of some sand hulk it was yesterday. There's a disappointing amount of meat. I quite like sand hulk.
I think we've eaten all the sand.
I mean, he did say he'd tell me where I could get, like, the spices and herbs he uses, but...
I imagine he gets them from bottle. Anyway.
Oh, okay, cool, I'll go there. It sounds very friendly. And not at all dodgy.
Oh, she's absolutely bonkers.
Aren't all the best.
Who is
Not
this?
like you.
Who is this bottle? Is that her name?
She's
Sorry?
Bottle is an ex-alchemist. She deals with a high-end mark removal, if that's what you're interested in. But I would advise against it, as you said.
I'm talking about food, like just
Food. Okay.
What does she
I've
have?
met her. She's curious.
When did you meet her?
Does she have?
Earlier.
I thought you were going to the bookshop.
Yeah, actually,
I stumbled across.
you would notice right now, guys, on investigating, his eyes are... His like pupils are proper dilated.
Is everything alright with your eyes, Aura?
I'm fine.
It's probably another hour left. Every now and again, you're seeing a flicker of something. It's like the
That's
edges.
not uncommon for him.
It's like the edges of objects seem to sort of pull back every now and again and like flutter, a bit like old film.
Cool.
Does she? This
I'd like to go to sleep right now.
this alchemist, does she make potions of any particular? What's her speciality? What does she do?
She doesn't specialise anymore.
Well,
there you go.
the friend seems to be quite well acquainted. I wish I could speak to you more. What have you seen out in the desert? Anything curious?
No.
On your... Nothing.
Lots of sand.
Well,
What was the big worm thing we saw?
The big worm.
when we were flying.
Did you guys see a worm?
No, it was being attacked by all the Khazals. The big animal thing.
That was the
Sand hulk.
Oh yeah, okay, cool. It's
Wasn't
alright.
in the deep sands there.
Yeah, you guys haven't been in the deep sands yet. You sort of skirted the edge of the Cragmore, and Yuri was like, we don't want to do that when we're going that low. We need to fix the ship first.
Yeah.
Well, if you have any more questions for me, I am not far. But,
How much money were we talking?
well,
Obviously, we might use that favour. That might become in very useful, but just so we can make an informed decision.
do you know your debts?
Yes.
Probably.
Yeah, I know. Well, we know ours.
Eugene wouldn't have a clue, would he?
No idea.
It will be whatever you, because this is what you paid initially, wasn't it, Sentinel? I'm sorry, Ruthie. So if you get, it'll be that.
I think between the two of us, we have 30 gold overall.
Yeah, so the way that they calculate it,
50 paid.
Yes, we had 50 paid up front, and
Okay, so do you say that to him?
no. I'm just saying between us what
Okay.
we have left.
Eskiel then, if he sees that you guys sort of trying to figure out, he's like, we've gone through a fair few scrolls. We've eaten through all the rations. I estimate probably 100 gold a head. We might get penalised for those that died. Depends what the mood's in. And the devil's like, okay, well, if you bear that in mind and give me a number, I'm sure that we can sort that out. But be realistic here. I'm quite isolated.
Of course, we wouldn't want to take advantage of your hospitality.
Thank you. Anyway, I don't have anything to do, but I don't want you in my room anymore.
That's completely fair. It's a gorgeous room.
Is the rest of the town, are they going to have a problem with these?
If you keep to yourselves, don't start any more fights, then you'll probably be fine. You won't get any work, full stop.
Fine.
But if you get any problems, say that you're on the devil's business. No one will usually say that, unless they mean it. Yes.
You seem very nice,
Oh,
but
thank
you're
you.
called a devil. Why?
Well, it's just a nickname that I have. Do you not have a nickname?
No.
Was it Jade Hat, wasn't it?
No.
Oh, you're just listening to Doranna.
Told you he was mental.
Speaking of jade hats, you are from the Opari, are you not?
No, sorry.
I got the answer to my question. Thank you very much, and I would like to turn to leave the room.
Okay. You can call me Pharaoh,
Thanks,
But-
Pharaoh. Bye.
not in public.
Can I take a real brief look at the board?
Okay.
I want to scan it through the names of like other dukes other than Gaspar.
Okay. Roll an investigation check. Is everyone else leaving as well?
Help me on this.
I can help you. I'll help you. Because I've already looked, so I can point it out.
Fuck me.
Oh,
Maybe
no.
later.
Before she rolled, I did say I'll help because I
Did
can
you roll
point out
advantage?
stuff.
No, I didn't.
Yeah,
I
'cause
did say just before you
He
rolled.
did. I'll say
Yeah,
it's fine.
because I think he thought you were asking him, not God.
So I point out, there's some bits over there.
Better than 4. Hey!
I still get that right.
Yeah.
What was it? Investigation.
Yes.
That's much healthier.
19.
Okay.
Yeah.
Much better than me 8.
What would you see? You don't see any. You see the name De Biles with some question marks. Duke De Biles, which I think I already told you guys, so I'll just be plain about it. He's the Duke of Dustmere. He is a seated duke, which means he has a place at the crown table. So he's like top government. And then you just see a load of crap about strange devils in the desert. As a devil that's been cut in half, that looks a little bit like Morag, from sort of shoulder to opposite hip. Just loads of weird shit.
My man.
And Aura, you were going to do something, weren't you?
The book I mentioned, if it's possible, I only need it for the night.
Oh, yes, that's fine. Oh, you want it tonight?
Would that
The
be
bookshop's
possible?
Oh, okay.
Amazon?
I didn't expect such. Well,
I know your barkeep was going to have a look, and
I'll tell him to go to. It's fine. I'll tell him to go down to the shack. They may have a copy there, but if it's not there, then I'm afraid we'll have to find it. Find a copy and send it to you.
It's a shame it's not the book like that hotels keep in the sun.
I mean, you never know. Danny might
fairly
find
common.
something behind the bar. He tells Kit that. He's like, Kit, knocks on the door. Kit answers. He's like, go and tell Denny to go to the shack. Wake up Cobb. Get him to look for this. Wait, what was it? The
Angler's Moonlight.
Angler's Moonlight. You hear? He's like, yeah. Okay.
I'm going to write it down. I keep forgetting what
Did Doranna say when he was leaving?
No, he said he's staying in the bar.
He was leaving the next morning.
Yeah, so they're leaving the next. He's leaving. I think he said he's leaving Cristamar in the morning. Yeah.
I think we need to catch him before.
Yeah.
But maybe in the morning.
Okay. Well, it's been. I must admit, I almost feel. I feel guilty for not believing you, but as you can see, it was quite a. I thought that you were performing some sort of ruse. You see.
I'm not very good at those.
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself.
We deal in the
Eugene. We all believed you were a dwarf.
Was I that convincing?
Uh-huh.
Well, thank you. I'm not very good at impressions, but I was just trying to think of. I was just trying to think of some of the people in the local bar from where I'm from, and I just went with it.
I think we deal in the unbelievable sometimes.
Okay, so he bids you good night. As you guys leave, you see Kit. You can sort of hear Kit arguing with, was it Denny at the bar? He's like, you want me to go out now? He's going to be fucking pissed if I wake him up now for a fucking, what is this book? And they're all like arguing about it.
And get my damn book. That's something I really
Get the man's book.
So he's basically, just to sum up, he's going to, he'll expect a sum from you guys at some point before you leave. And yeah, I guess the rest of the night is yours. It's getting late now. It's probably about 11:30. It's nearing.
I'm sorry. Before we go to bed, I just want to ask. I'm really sorry. Would anyone mind if I used one of these sending sticks? We've got 2, so we can keep one. But I want to arrange some stuff in Dustmere to make sure that that's all ready before we get going.
Sounds wise.
The person you were planning to contact, do they know Leonidas Barron?
You would know that name, and unless Steve wants me to elaborate, they would not. They would not know that person. Unless Steve wants me to tell you who that is, I'll just say...
I don't mind knowing who that is.
You know that's a noble in Dustmere. And almost definitely not. They may have dealings with them in business under the radar, but...
Probably not, but depends what you want me to ask, and I'll see what I can do.
I was just going to ask if you could get word to him that word is on the way.
Okay. Sending's only...
one person, and
it's 25 words.
Yes.
So... I'll see what I can do in the word count. It's second priority.
Yeah.
Right.
I will sit and I will wait for my book.
Toes.
So you guys, what's the
And
room?
then you can do the next
It'll be
one.
a girl.
And then
Oh,
Steve can give us the signal.
That's a guy.
There's 4 girls.
And then there's 2 dudes, yeah.
Well, there's 5 boys, technically, if you counted Clayton and...
Yeah, he's...
Oh no!
Cozy.
Yeah.
Loite's gone back to the boat.
Loite's got...
Loite can fuck
Enton is
off.
not with you.
He's
But
not
we've got Cook,
You got Cook.
Clayton and Captain.
So boys and girls. Boys is pretty busy. Cook's like, I'm all good on the floor.
Or is sat downstairs waiting for his book.
Okay. So, I mean, actually, that's a very good point.
If he gets his book, he will not sleep.
Okay, so I hate to do this to you. So this isn't. I'm not being a dick, all right?
But
So Denny comes back about an hour later. You're getting real roller con save.
I'm just... that's going to be like 16.
Okay, yeah, you're all good.
15, sorry.
You're all good. Denny comes back and he's like, "Oh, sorry, sir. Cobb can't get into his shop. The door's completely seized up.
I knew it.
He can't get in. So we're going to have to get a locksmith out or something. Either that or he's going to have to bust a way through tomorrow."
Oh my god.
That's a shame. Thank you for trying.
Oh, man.
Obviously, I don't think you found a copy.
Oh, he can't get in there. So.
No, looking behind the bar.
Oh, right, yeah, no, sorry.
Are there any books there that I recognise?
He's got a couple of books of like kid stories. They're really battered looking. There's like what they call fairy whispers, and they're like mix of poems and tales and that kind of stuff.
I'm gonna look for. I'll just have a look at the fairy whispers and see if I recognise any of the titles that Ali might have read.
Yeah, you flick through and you see a couple that you recognise. There's one in particular called Tiptoe Through the Syrinx that you recognise, and that's a very famous children's fairy, like a fairy whisper.
Is it possible to borrow this for the night?
Oh yeah, of course, yeah.
Thanks, and I will take the book and
back to the lads' room with your book of fairy stories.
No, I'm going to sit in the bar with it.
Okay.
A piece of paper and a pen.
Okay, so everyone else.
I've already
16.
You're asleep.
At some point, you would hear a knock on the door whilst he's gone.
I'll open it because I'm up.
I'm frantically like trying to do maths.
I'll say for the sake of this, Eskeel and Cook and Clayton are out. They're just fucking conked out.
Oh no, that's fine.
Cook's on the floor. He's half under Amaya's bed. Oh, sorry, you're not in there. I just see Cook and Amaya, they're like this, so...
I'm trying to decide who Amaya's gonna fuck, Clayton or Cook.
She's only little and young.
Okay, so yeah, Eugene.
Younglings.
Yeah.
Eugene knocks.
Think of the children.
Yeah?
If I just sit in here for a minute.
Oh, yeah, sure. Just reading the newspaper.
That's fine. I just want to sit in here and just take stock of our situation. I don't know what I'm doing here.
I send Ansel over to Eugene.
Oh. What do you mean you don't know what you're doing there, bud?
I just feel so... I'm an alchemist. I read books. I hypothesize about silly theories. I make sweeps. This is... I'm just over my head.
I feel that.
This is crazy. How many times have we could have been killed countless times. I mean, it's exciting in some respects, but man, this is weird. Are you sort of hyperventilating?
Oh.
I nudge Moxie and be like, go and hug your best friend. Go.
Would you like to touch my wand?
No. Don't sully the pure moment.
I go over, and just put my arm around Eugene.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll be fine. It's just, a person's dangerous.
Can I
But
ask?
the devil.
Yeah, I mean, his nickname is the Devil. I mean, he seemed well enough. He seemed nice enough to us, but if we cross him, if we do something he doesn't like, then what?
Oh, don't worry. He's harmless.
Potentially, and those.
No. He's fine.
And some of those conspiracy theories were rather fun. See the one about the devil that was in half. What
Yeah, that was weird. Would you like us to make you a portable conspiracy board? Would
Yes.
that? Right. Moxie, you've got a science project.
Not right, it's late.
No, not right now. She's got a new science project. You can work out how to make a portable conspiracy board.
That's something I could maybe figure out.
Yeah.
Well, thank you, both of you. You've been very kind. Oh, I don't want to keep you up any longer and enjoy the newspaper.
Yeah, but Eugene, it's fine. There's a lot of very strong, powerful people around you.
Oh, yeah, not denying that at all. I don't think I'd be here if you guys weren't here. So yeah, thank you.
We wouldn't be here without you, bud.
Yeah, you keep us.
I did almost kill us all with that silly gust potion.
That was so. Looking back, in the moment, I wanted to rip your face off.
That's fair.
But immediately after, it was incredibly funny.
It was quite fun in a way, but yeah, maybe. I mean, I'm supposed to be smart. That was a bit dumb. Like Amaya might do that stuff. Sorry, not in a rude way, but
Amaya's asleep.
Amaya just turns over and she's like, the coriander goes well with the cashew nuts.
do I agree?
I don't know, do you?
Yes.
You should.
But yeah, maybe that's something you could figure out to protect yourself.
True. I know, maybe it's just the alcohol. I did have quite a lot. It was absolutely disgusting.
You drink much?
Yeah. A little bit, but yeah, I can sort of take it. I don't really drink too much, but it never seems to affect me. Famous last words and all that, but I'm fine. So if I have a few too many cocktails, oh god. Well, yeah, I can get a bit rowdy, but...
Yeah, what's your favourite cocktail?
Oh, well, I do like this one. I invented it myself, actually. Now, you see... Oh, he gets really excited about this. So, have you ever had a brandy... what's it called? Yeah, a cider brandy.
Cider brandy?
Yeah, they make it at this distillery near where I grew up. It's incredible. It has to say, just really strong cider. Like, really strong. But it just tastes so floral and fruity, and you can tell what type of apples they use in it. It's that good. But anyway, you mix that with some like good whiskey, not the crap that they had done. Oh, excuse my language, that's terribly rude. Not that horrible stuff they have done. They are really good stuff, and you mix it, and then you layer on top some syrup, and then around the rim of the glass, if you put some sugar and some maybe dried chili, and then finish it with some herbs. And I call it the alchemist's folly, because whenever I ask for it, everyone just looks at me like I'm an idiot.
True story.
My heart.
Yeah. You should.
You'll have to make them for us.
I will.
You have to make
It's incredible.
But yeah, where do you get these ciders from?
Oh, well, the cider, it's distilled cider.
Yes, but you said where do you get them from?
Oh, it's...
Did you get the way you grew up? Where did you grow up?
I'll roll for that. That was good, Will.
You sneaky.
Roll a Can I ask Will to roll a persuasion or Moxie to roll a persuasion?
Sure.
Nope, that's not. Or not. Not that.
That's a 6.
Yeah,
roll table.
I'm not still drunk. I just.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh no. Got his advantage.
Still bad.
Persuasion. 10.
Do you think that's high enough?
Do you want to contest it?
I'll contest it.
I would say, what is it in the immediate moment? So some sort of... You could just do a straight...
Actually, I'll give it to him. No, I'll give it to him. Near a little town called Baraxis. Am I pronouncing that right? Yeah, it's near the capital in the Empire.
Oh, I don't think we've never been there before, have we?
I don't think so. No.
Let's say the distillery is amazing. They do ship their stuff out everywhere, but the places that we've been to recently, not recently with you guys, but where I've been, they haven't had it, which is a shame. But yeah, you can get it all over the capital. Yeah, if you could. Anyway, I'll buy it and we can have it together.
Yeah, no.
Anyway,
we'll keep an eye out for a bottle, definitely.
Yeah, I'm going to go to bed now. I'm exhausted.
Sleep well, Eugene.
I'll have a headache tomorrow.
Okay, good night.
Good night. When I go back to her room and I was like, oh God, what have I done?
Oh no!
And as you're settling down...
but I have a smile on my face.
Oh, yeah. So you go into the room, everyone else is conked out, except Aura's not in there yet. You get yourself into bed. Are you just going to go to sleep, do you think? Okay. And as you are drifting off, the memories of home have been sort of spooling around in your head, and after the prophet, he called you something. He called you a petty enriver.
Oh yeah.
And it's sort of, and it's sort of that and the feeling.
Petty.
Petite.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you meant petty, as in like.
No, petite.
Petty and river.
Petty enriver.
Yeah.
You've got to put some accent in. Put some.
You can almost smell the garlic.
And, your grandma smells like camembert.
That's better.
And so the memory of what he said mixed with your talking about home, you the link with it is suddenly stronger, and the talking of the brandy from home, and the memories start flowing. And just as you're on the edge of sleep, you remember something, a really long ago memory, and it's of your father. And he's in a cloistered little room. His eyes are all big through his specs, and he peers down at you as though you're on the floor beside him, really low down. And he's mumbling, and you can't remember what exactly he says, but you hear things like, "The key is in lighting that which cannot be lit." A mix of substances, and he talks about lots of other little things. A flashing light on impact that could light a small hidden place, but to propel it. And things get fuzzy, and you start remembering the smells of the place. It's definitely the vanilla, the musk of books, and the ozone of alchemy in the air. Like a library, like a workshop. And then he comes really close to you, and the only other thing you remember is your papa leaning over you, and you remember you were in a carry cot, and he says, "We need a combination of artificing and alchemy. Only then can we open the way." And then you go to sleep. Okay.
Can I read the newspaper?
You may.
Can you read the newspaper aloud to me as you read?
I'm going to read the one on the back page first in silence.
I was about to say what the scores were.
Page 3.
Huddled around. Amaya's out cold, but the rest of you huddled around Freya, looking at the newspaper, the first bit of culture that you've seen in the last month. The part on the analyst is really small. It's just a few sentences. The sum of it is that the analyst is malfunctioning. It's behaving strangely, and it is going to be put out of service in the next handful of months. They talk about bringing in members from the Artificing Guild to try and fix it, and they've even brought in members from the Guild of the Whispered Word, and they say if they can't fix it, then it will be decommissioned in the next couple of months.
Oh, that's sad.
And then they talk about its history and how long it's been there.
I like them.
Yeah, that's what it says. Are you going to read the rest of it?
Yeah, I'll read the rest
okay.
of it.
I will. I haven't got...
if they're crowding around.
So the front page is Debile's family returns to Dustmere on day of each invitation. After travelling many of the shining highlights in the Empire, Duke Debiles, Lord of Dustmere, returns home to meet a close friend and confidant, Duke Gaspar de Avicho. There are rumours of a ball in Dustmere to celebrate the Duke's return, but many business owners criticise the behaviour as the city and the Empire relationship with the Syndicate is at an all-time low. And then there's a bigger section on the Arch Alchemists, supports the alchemists in tavern murders. It talks about the event that we talked about earlier in the Smuggler's Gleam, where apparently a load of alchemists attacked a cheating dealer and killed two members of the Zaithwaite family, and 3 alchemists were killed. 2 of them remain missing. And then finally, commenting on the deaths, the arch-alchemist Leviath, who is the vassal leader of the city in lieu of Duke Debiles. And you guys who are from Dustmere would know the Duke hates, most nobles hate living in Dustmere, so they just put people in their place to lead, and then they just fuck off elsewhere. So the arch-alchemist is the leader of the city in his place. And he says he doesn't wish to antagonise the concord between the Syndicate and the Empire, but frankly, he doesn't believe that a group of the guild capital would arrive in Dustmere and attack a bar run by gangsters. And should any wayward alchemists in hiding or danger be in hiding or in danger, to seek him out for refuge. The Zaithwaite family are yet to comment. And then it talks about the Smuggler's Gleam and how it's run by a sordid gangster with an obsession in alchemy. A source reported that the whole bar was a sly dig at the Delanta family, known for their transportation of goods. And in the final section, it's called Trouble in the Land of Delanta. The V family has faced a huge upheaval. It was rumoured the leader, Royce, murdered a number of members of his own household, and since this was revealed, it has led to him being forcibly removed, and that Royce hasn't been seen for a number of days. He's been thought sick.
And how long ago was this written? A month ago?
This is a 2-week-old.
2-week-old.
Royce has not been seen and has been thought sick. Someone else leads in his place, and to the Empire's irritation, it appears that they are working closer with the other families than previous. And that is it.
Juicy.
And as you guys sort of read the last few sentences, you finally fall...
No, we don't. No, we don't. It doesn't end. It doesn't.
It never ends.
This is the last thing.
They're doing the crossword, okay?
They will finish the Sudoku before they sleep.
Yeah, I've just got my books and I don't know if you want to do that tonight or...
We can. What were you going to say?
Sorry.
I've got to do my sending spell.
Oh, shit, sorry, yeah. Okay.
I sent this an hour ago.
She did. That was before I went to sleep.
She's got it sorted. She's got it done.
Go on
Do you want to do the first 10?
Oh, okay.
Kaz. Headed home. Need safe lodgings. Got a group of 6+. Don't know about V. Oh, hang on. They don't know about V. Need to see you. Where is
5
Royce? Love.
Okay.
Hold on, I had 11 though.
It's one
I
more
counted
anyway, so
it and I was one
24.
short
Yeah,
and
you
I
were.
added an extra word,
Yes,
so
it's
it
fine.
should be fine.
I can't count.
No, that's also true.
And is also asleep.
Yeah. Mine's just
like that
counting
in
in
your
the
sleep.
sun.
And mine's just counting spices.
So
For some reason, Eugene's counting in the other room, like, I don't know what I'm counting.
It's happening.
you wait for a few quiet moments, anxiously, and then the time draws on a little bit, and you get a little more anxious.
I'm genuinely anxious.
And just as when you're about to use the fucking second one, you hear a very groggy voice.
Oops.
I was asleep.
Okay. Can you guys count for me as well? I like to visualize it. So, her voice is
count, by the way.
her voice very, very groggy. Oh fuck.
That's it.
That's what you hear forever.
I suppose it could.
I've told everyone you're dead.
Oh, wait. I've told everyone you're dead, okay?
Yeah.
Let me. What did you ask? You said need lodgings.
Need safe lodgings. Got a group of 6. They don't know about V. Need to see you. Where is Royce?
Can keep you safe.
Yes, please.
Not easily. Royce missing. How many have I got?
So
11.
that's 14.
14.
Yeah, so 11 left.
Yes, you got 11 left.
Don't forget I added love on the end. Just
Oh yeah.
so you know. I love you.
Things are bad.
Yeah.
Probably good for you.
For that.
Oh.
Be careful. Love. Kaz.
That's it.
Okay. Okay. Now you go to sleep. But this is the first time that you guys have not done watches, so
Who said
still
we
awake.
were doing watching?
Aura's awake, yeah. Okay, Aura. You're downstairs. It's quiet. There's a couple of guys drinking. Doranna's made his way up to a bed. And it is quiet.
I would like to take the book and turn to Tiptoe. Take out a piece of paper and a pen. And I would like to write a letter to Leonidas. And I will tell him everything that's happened along our way about Gaspar, what we were searching for, and I would like to, any keywords, I won't mention Gaspar by name, I'll try to disguise that as best I will, but any keyword I would like to use Tiptoe as a cipher.
Okay.
Writing in numbers, page number, line number, word number, and replace those words with that code. And I'll tell him everything that's happened, that something's wrong, we're coming.
When you say everything that's happened and about Gaspar, what exactly?
Basically, about Gaspar, where the hunt went.
Oh, okay,
what
so about
we were
your
actually
journey.
Searching for, what we found, that we're in Cristamar, we're heading home, and I will sign it off as what a great story, Ali's childhood favourite.
Okay, roll an intelligence check
This is going to be good.
without proficiency. Just for the cipher.
That is a 6.
Okay,
Unlucky you. That's a good one.
you are tired and your mental faculties dropped off probably when you were smoking with bottle. But you do it. You do a serviceable job. At a glance, it will probably serve. But anyone who really investigates it would easily break it, and you know that. So I won't.
Yeah, I'm just going on the fact that he would know it's her childhood book, and they would have to have the right book.
Yeah, no, that's a good sort of inbuilt security. You're sending him a book,
Yeah.
and he would. So.
I won't send the book, but sort of if I'll spend all night on it if I have to, and sort of as it's getting light, I would go out to the port and find a sandsail that's heading to Dustmere, and pay whatever is necessary for them to take it immediately to Dustmere and deliver it to him.
If you are going to spend all night on it, then I won't make you roll.
Okay.
I will. No. Let's say that you can roll with advantage.
Okay, so just one more.
Yeah.
Nice.
17.
Nice. So you begin, and you're like, "I've got to spend the night on this. This is important." You work through the night, sketching up word-to-word ciphers and then inking them in. So you just close the book? Is that what you're going to send, the book?
No, I'm only going to send the letter.
Okay.
And do I see where he got if the barman's still around? I imagine no one is at 5 o'clock in the morning when I'm doing this.
No, if you're up at 5, then yeah, you see the bar starts coming to life again.
Okay, I'll return it and thank him, and then I will go out to the dock, find a sandsail that's heading to Dustmere as soon as possible. And
Okay.
with the 50 gold's worth of gems, I'll pay whatever's necessary to get it there as fast as possible.
When you arrive, the skiff there's a busted up one with streaked wood. There's a few men on board there. There's men on the hauler, which has been unloaded now. There's no meat or anything on it.
Yeah.
And then you can see the sail of the Windsong that's in the dockyard to the end, but there's no other ships. So you can approach any of them if you like.
Um,
I think
How much
Let
should I have of
me give you a decent chance.
the sand sails and that? So from working with the outpost and that.
Okay. You see that morning a really small skiff, a single man vessel. It looks pretty sleek. There's a man on it, a short-looking guy. You can't quite tell from the wraps, but he could be a gnome. And he is untying his vessel.
I will speak to him. Oh, no. All right.
You have is it a level of exhaustion for every hour after, or is it just a day?
I thought it was a con save.
Yeah, I'm just talking about.
I think it's every day.
Yeah, it's every day.
Yeah, so you've got a level of exhaustion now.
Yeah. Okay. Where to put that? Oh, it's conditions, isn't it? Okay.
Cool.
And he's just busying himself on the sail. He's readying to go.
If he's gnomish, I will speak in gnomish.
Okay.
You could speak gnomish?
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, hello there. Haven't heard this tongue out here for a while.
Sorry.
I don't get to speak it often, but I was wondering. It looks as if you're heading out.
Aye.
Do you have? Where are you intending to go?
I've got a bunch load of letters for Dustmere.
How convenient.
Would I be able to secure passage for one and your personal delivery of it?
I'm afraid I
The
can't.
letter I'm referring to, not myself.
Oh, gosh, for a minute, I was going to see.
I was going to say we can't fit you on the vessel, but a letter I can probably do. I'm not supposed to. These are all secure. They're from the Edge. But
What news from the Edge? And I will show the Edgewatcher symbol.
okay. Well, not too much. They've got an excursion going out up north on the coast. But other than that, it's same old. No new instances or anything from the Edge in the last few weeks, which is always good news. These are mainly family letters.
Yes, this is a family letter, my father-in-law.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, I'll tell you what then. Roll a persuasion check.
Let me just check what the condition is. Skill check. Skills. Checks a disadvantage with one level.
Yes.
Okay. It would have been high. It would have been a 22, but it's a 13.
Okay. It was only not a high DC. Tell you what. I'll do this one. 2 gold.
Sure. I'll tip him to make it to 5.
I can't get it in the sack, which means I can't guarantee delivery, but I'm sure you understand. Nothing sensitive in there, I hope.
No.
Who is it going to?
Leonidas Bowery.
Okay. Have you written that on the letter?
Yeah, I've written it like.
Okay.
I don't know. Do we have other fantasy envelopes?
Yeah, you could have made something up. That's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
So did you say it was going in his sack? Is this Santa?
Yes. Santa's a gnome!
Santa's secretly been a gnome this whole time.
That or is Postman Pat.
And he nods. He takes the letter. He raises it to you. Have a good day, Edgewatcher.
And you. So safe.
Thank you. And he goes below.
Cool.
Okay, so you are exhausted. Everyone else will flashback it, but I'm assuming everyone's gone to sleep. Okay. So you wake up well rested, except most people.
My head!
Eugene's hanging out of his arse. And Aura is in a bit of a state. I'm sure that when you go down, you see him. What?
I've taken the 300 gold's worth of gems off of mine and just adjusted it to, so what would be 50 less than 5
Okay.
worth of
Yeah, fine.
what I just spent. So
cool.
everyone's now got 50 gold's worth of gems themselves, if you'll add it, or what.
Okay. And yeah, you guys wake up, and for the brief time we have left, the day is yours.
We need to go and speak to Big Dragon Man.
Okay.
Or it comes crawling in the door at this point, absolutely shattered.
You look like I feel.
I mean, to be honest, Eugene, you look like shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, I've got long. That's fine.
Okay. Sorry, when you said the rest of the day, I was like,
No. It's in the short time you have left in our session.
oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just it's not. I was going to give it another 5-10 minutes. Okay.
I suppose we can say what we do and we can do it next time.
Okay, so
We'll rest.
you're going to
And
sleep.
investigate the bookshop.
Before you go to sleep, you mentioned that alchemy shop, was it? I'm a bit fuzzy after last night.
Yes. Bottle. I don't know how welcome we'd be there.
Why so? I mean,
She said, I think she may have been a former member of the Alchemy Guild or something, and sort of members of the Alchemy Guild weren't welcome when I mentioned that I had a friend who was part of the Alchemy Guild.
see this sigil, I can just put it in my pocket. I'm not wearing my robes, so she won't know.
I'll direct. I'm walking down to the bookstore to see if they've got the lock open.
Oh my god.
I can direct you to it.
Give him the book! Give it to him!
Give him the book.
Hey,
Or is that what you're looking for?
I didn't magically seal the only one of all books.
As I'm walking, I'm gonna pull out.
I'll go next time, obviously, but yeah, just
As I'm walking down to the bookstore to check on it and showing Eugene where Bottle is.
Eugene passed the bookshop. He's still trying to get in. It's the morning. He's like,
what happened at that shop?
When there's no one around, I pick this up and I'm going to pull out the lockpick and pass it to Eugene. I was trying to get a book last night, as I think everyone
It was
knows.
closed?
There was no one around, and I picked this up and I thought maybe it was magical.
Well, I assume
apparently
that
it
was
is.
you're doing. Yes, I believe it is magical, but it's not locked. most lockpicks, unlock, not magically seal.
Yeah,
I mean, it is quite amusing.
actually, how many hours has it been?
Many.
Yeah, about 12 hours. Not
Yeah.
quite.
I don't think it has to.
Quite.
Yeah, I don't think it would be
it's
12.
about.
Been 8 hours.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
We're still working on
I mean,
it.
I'm
Are
not
they
rolling
pulling it
any
and it
checks
just
on
door
him.
just
Yeah.
flies off?
No, he's a small guy. He's just not strong enough to open it.
That is quite amusing.
Anyway, it may be useful if we ever need to escape from someone or something, and we can pass through a door and lock it behind us for an extended period of time. Perhaps you should hold on to it and have a look and find out if it does anything else.
I'm not feeling myself today, but I will. I will check it next time. I'll have to try.
Okay.
I'll give Eugene the lockpick.
Okay.
Should we
nice.
set an itinerary?
Yeah.
We need to speak. Yes, quite.
So, well, you got a day.
Yeah.
So you've got.
Would anyone come to the alchemy shop with
So
me?
this was it. Is we'd probably do that. We need to go and speak to.
Just to Doranna
We need-
before he leaves.
Yeah. So that's first job. We're going to go to
Is
Bottle.
that Dragon Man?
Dragon Man?
Yeah, no, I'm just going to go to Bottle with Eugene and then skulk about the streets.
Well, do you want to go and sell some stuff? Because I can give you some stuff to sell.
Yeah, I've never done that before. I can do that.
I'll go with the Maya because I don't think I should go back to Bottle.
Yeah, I was going to say if you go.
I am also going to Bottle though.
Well, no, because I would also quite like to go to Bottle. So should we speak to you, man, and then
So I'll go sell stuff while you speak to the dude I don't want to speak
And
to,
then
and then
we'll
we'll meet at
meet up.
Bottle.
meet at Bottle.
I'll just take a rest. I'll take a rest.
It'd be great if you could come, but if you told the woman, if that you knew someone from the alchemy guild and then you turn up with me, and I know stuff about alchemy, she might put 2 and 2 together to get, 4.
Yeah. So yeah, we'll talk to you, man. We'll go to Bottled Sea Woman.
I'll sell some shit.
You'll sell some shit. Maybe we want to go and do a little. We'll go do a little browsy browse, see if anyone's got any food, health potions. Oh, I spoke to my contact in Dustmere. We got lodging sorted, so that's all taken care of.
Fantastic.
So we've got somewhere
Then do
to
we
stay,
actually check
and then
the Windsong is ready to go?
He said that it would be a couple of days.
Yeah.
So you know you've got a whole day, one more night at the inn at least. But you guys would have, if you go and check back with Yori, he'll tell you that it was basically a crack in one of the sigils on the vapor engine.
Oh yeah.
That
That's excited this.
that they've patched it up. They're patching it up properly, but it takes a bit of time. But it should be ready for either the morning, the following day at the very earliest.
As I say, I've got lodging sorted. I look at Eugene and go, oh. I look at her and go, oh. I look at Moxie and go, oh no. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, are you all right?
Put it this way, my contact might not be entirely happy with the people who did some murdering in the Grand. Is that you? Did you say that was you guys?
We didn't kill anyone.
Well, did you? I take it you read that newspaper report.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it yet. I would like to think the short time you've known me that I wouldn't just randomly.
No, I know it's
kill
not
someone.
that. That's not the problem. I don't have a problem with it. The person who's housing us might, if she knows who you are.
Basically, don't tell anyone who you are.
We're gonna just. Yeah.
They're gonna know who I am, aren't they? Probably.
You don't know.
We're just gonna hope and pray. We're gonna hope. And we're going to say our prayers to Junas.
I can be a dwarf again.
I have some tips for you. Even if people are like, I know you, just go, no you don't, you've mistaken me for someone else.
That did work really well.
What you did yesterday.
Exactly. Because they don't know who I am and they were wrong, so I just walked away.
So they definitely didn't know you then.
And
it sounded like
as you guys are bickering,
did.
No,
you hear the footsteps on the stairs, and then you see Doranna, and he's like, "Oh, pirate lady."
Oh, for the love of God!
It's our
walk
favourite
out.
grand.
I leave.
And we'll leave it there, guys, for the next time.
It's a wrap.
As soon as I realised like who I was asking, I was like, oh fuck, oh
no,
oh no.
Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.